Karma is a simple yet powerful idea. It is the law of cause and effect. Every action creates a reaction. This is true in the physical world. It's also true in the non-physical world of our thoughts and emotions. Karma is not fate. It is not punishment. Instead, karma is about learning and growth. It teaches us that we have the power to create our own happiness or suffering. By understanding karma, we can live with more awareness. We can make choices that lead to peace and fulfillment. Karma reminds us that we are all connected. Our actions affect not only ourselves, but also the world around us. The idea of karma originated in ancient India. It is a central concept in Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. These traditions have different interpretations of karma. However, they all agree on its fundamental principle: our actions have consequences. In Hinduism, karma is connected to reincarnation. It is believed that the soul is reborn into different lives. The quality of each life is determined by the actions taken in previous lives. Good actions lead to a better rebirth. Bad actions lead to suffering. Buddhism also emphasizes karma and rebirth. However, it focuses more on the present moment. Buddhists believe that by cultivating positive karma in this life, we can achieve enlightenment and liberation from the cycle of suffering. The core principle of karma is cause and effect. Every action creates an equal and opposite reaction. This is true for our physical actions, words, and even our thoughts. When we act with kindness, compassion, and generosity, we create positive karma. This leads to happiness and well-being for ourselves and others. When we act with anger, greed, or hatred, we create negative karma. This leads to suffering and unhappiness. It is important to remember that karma is not about punishment or reward. It is simply the natural consequence of our actions. Like gravity, it is a neutral force that operates according to universal laws. The concept of karma is closely tied to the idea of reincarnation. This is the belief that the soul is reborn into many lifetimes. Our current life is not the beginning or the end of our journey. It is just one chapter in a much larger story. The karma we create in this lifetime will influence our future lives. If we live a life of virtue and kindness, we will be reborn into favorable circumstances. If we live a life of selfishness and harm, we will experience suffering in future lives. The idea of karma across lifetimes is not meant to be fatalistic. It is meant to empower us to make positive choices. We have the free will to create our own destiny. By understanding karma, we can break free from negative patterns and create a brighter future for ourselves. One of the most important lessons of karma is self-responsibility. We are the creators of our own destiny. We cannot blame others for our problems or misfortunes. Ultimately, we are responsible for the choices we make and the actions we take. When we take responsibility for our lives, we empower ourselves to make positive changes. We stop seeing ourselves as victims of circumstance. Instead, we become active participants in our own evolution. We realize that we have the power to create the life we want. Taking responsibility for our actions also means accepting the consequences of our choices. When we make mistakes, we learn from them and move forward with greater wisdom and compassion. Section 6, Types of Karma, a closer look. There are different types of karma that operate on different levels. Understanding these types can give us a deeper insight into how karma works. This is the accumulated karma from all our past lives. It is like a vast storehouse of karmic seeds that have yet to sprout. This is the karma that is currently active in our lives. It is the portion of our past karma that is shaping our present experiences. This is the karma we are creating right now through our thoughts, words, and actions. It is the karma of the present moment. This is the future karma that will result from our present actions. It is the karma we are creating for the future. By understanding these different types of karma, we can see that our lives are not fixed or predetermined. We have the power to change our karma by making conscious choices in the present moment. Section 7. Using karma for a better life. The law of karma is not meant to be feared or avoided. It is a tool for growth and transformation. By understanding and working with karma, we can create a more positive and fulfilling life for ourselves and others. Here are some practical tips for using karma positively. Pay attention to your thoughts, words, and actions. Are they motivated by kindness or selfishness? Are you contributing to the well-being of others or causing harm? Go out of your way to be kind and compassionate to others. Small acts of kindness can have a ripple effect, creating positive karma that spreads far and wide. When you make mistakes, don't beat yourself up. Instead, view them as opportunities for growth and learning. What can you learn from this experience? How can you do better next time? Holding on to anger and resentment creates negative karma. When you forgive yourself and others, you release this negativity and create space for healing and peace. Section 8. Karma in the modern world. While the concept of karma originated in ancient spiritual traditions, it is still relevant in the modern world. Even if we don't subscribe to the idea of reincarnation, the principle of cause and effect is a fundamental law of nature. Modern psychology recognizes the impact of our thoughts and actions on our well-being. Cognitive behavioral therapy, for example, emphasizes the role of thoughts and behaviors in shaping our emotional and mental states. This is similar to the idea of karma, where our thoughts and actions create imprints on our minds. The law of attraction is another modern concept that has similarities to karma. The law of attraction states that we attract into our lives whatever we focus our attention on. This is similar to the idea that our thoughts and actions create our reality. Section 9. Living with awareness. The law of karma is not about living in fear of making mistakes. It is about living with awareness and intention. It is about understanding that our actions have consequences and striving to make choices that lead to happiness and well-being for ourselves and others. When we live with awareness, we become more mindful of our thoughts, words, and actions. We start to see the interconnectedness of all things. We realize that we are not separate from the world around us, but an integral part of it. The journey of karma is a lifelong process of learning and growth. It is a journey of self-discovery and transformation. By embracing the law of karma, we can live with greater purpose, meaning, and fulfillment.